and welcome to another edition of Jayhawk Sports Report. Alongside my co-anchor Travis Calvin, I'm Matt Kaufman.
We've got a loaded show for you coming up today, including the volleyball team's newest ranking, a look at the men's golf team, as well as a Royals preview.
But first, let's start with some KU basketball news. You can take the boy out of Kansas, but you can't take the Kansas out of the boy. That's what new KU basketball recruit Mitch Lightfoot tweeted out on Saturday, confirming his intent to play for Coach Bill Self and the Jayhawks. Lightfoot, a 6'8" power forward from the class of 2016, said he can also play some small forward or wherever else the coaches need him. Lightfoot originally committed to New Mexico his sophomore year of high school, but he reopened his recruitment last spring after he realized his improved game could potentially land him at KU. Self-described lifelong KU fan Lightfoot, who also said he grew up a Royals and a Chiefs fan for good measure, was originally born in Kansas City before him and his family moved to Tucson when he was 6. Lightfoot has said it's always been a dream of his to one day play for the Jayhawks.
The KU football team lost its 7th straight game of the season on Saturday in Stillwater as Oklahoma State routed the Jayhawks by a score of 58-10. The winless Jayhawks had 102 yards of penalties, the most they've had in a game since 2011, along with 2 interceptions by quarterback Ryan Willis. The Cowboys' offense combined for a season high of 583 yards, while KU only managed 221 yards of total offense. Senior wide receiver Trey Parmalee was a bright spot for KU. He hauled in 6 catches on a career-high 115 yards, good for 19.2 yards per catch average. The Jayhawks will host Oklahoma this Saturday for its annual homecoming game. Kickoff is set for 2:30, and you can catch all the action on Fox Sports 1.
As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. And that was the case this past weekend as KU volleyball's unprecedented winning streak finally came to an end against Texas on Friday. The Jayhawks dropped only their 6th, 7th, and 8th sets all season as they fell in straight sets against the number 2 ranked Longhorns. The loss dropped KU from 7th to 10th in the nation. The Jayhawks set numerous program records during the streak, including longest winning streak at 19, highest ranking in program history at 7, and best start in program history at 19-0. The Jayhawks will look to get back to their winning ways on Wednesday in Ames when they face off against Iowa State. First serve is set for 6 p.m.
The Kansas swim and dive team had a successful senior day on Saturday afternoon inside Robinson Natatorium. Senior Chelsea Miller had a day to remember as she broke the Robinson Natatorium pool record for the 400-yard individual medley with a time of 4:18:37. Miller broke her own previous record of 4:18:76 and won the event by nearly 8 seconds. Miller got 4th place in the 500-yard freestyle as well. Other Jayhawk seniors also impressed on senior day as Haley Molden won the 100-yard freestyle and Bryce Hind had a 5th place finish in the 200-yard breaststroke. The Jayhawks will hit the road for their next road meet of the season, which they will travel to Fort Worth to take on TCU on October 31st. So Matt, KU swim team seems like they made a pretty good splash this past weekend, don't you think?
I see what you did there, Travis. Very funny. But were the Kansas soccer and golf teams equally successful over the weekend?
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Don't spoil it just yet, Travis. Coming up on Jayhawk Sports Report, both the Kansas golf and soccer teams were in action over the weekend. Plus, the Kansas City Chiefs got their first win since their season opener over the weekend. Stay with us.
Now they're beating us on the boards out there, guys. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson.
Hello?
Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hey, it's my girl.
You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
And welcome back. The Kansas men's golf team got its 2nd victory of the year this fall over the weekend as they took home 1st place in the Price is Given 5 Invitational. The Jayhawks shot a tournament best round in the final round of Sunday at 17 under to finish 38 under for the entire tournament. Senior Ben Welly shot a 64 in the final round to claim 2nd place individually. Welly also tied for the most birdies at the tournament with 18. Junior Chase Hanna finished 6th overall for the Jayhawks, while freshman Charlie Hiller finished 8th. That's a nice little surprise. Jayhawks will travel to Hawaii next to compete in the Ka'anapali Collegiate Classic from November 6th through the 8th.
The Kansas soccer team dropped its third straight match on Sunday afternoon against Oklahoma State in Stillwater. The Cowgirls shut out the Jayhawks by a score of 2-0, scoring in the first 90 seconds of the match and then finding the back of the net again at the end of the first half. The loss marked the Jayhawks' third straight shutout as they head into Friday's regular season finale against TCU. Friday's home finale for the Jayhawks will also be host for Pack the Park events for the fans. Several events will take place around the game, including a pregame tailgate, a Halloween costume parade, and a KU soccer jersey raffle, among others. The festivities are set to start at 4 p.m. in the Rock Chalk parking lot in advance of a 7 p.m. kickoff time for the game.
Our name may say Jayhawk Sports Report, but that's not everything that we're limited to here. Last Friday night was a battle between two unbeaten teams in Olathe North and Lawrence that clashed at Lawrence High. The result ended as something scripted out of a movie. At this time just 1 year ago, the Lawrence Chessie Lions football team stood at a 4-4 record just after being defeated handily by the Olathe North Eagles 27-0. That was last year though, and what a difference a year makes.
We took our lumps. Last year they grew up a little bit more, and you know, now they're a mature group, and they've been through the wars, and they know how to win.
Learning how to win is certainly something the 16 seniors on the team have learned to do this season. Entering Friday night, they were 7-0 and had defeated their competition handily.
Some things I've tried to work on is being more of a leader towards the team and helping them out. Being able to handle adversity when it happens, because bad things are always going to happen. You got to be able to handle it.
Lawrence faced plenty of adversity Friday night, but not early on, where the Lions found themselves with a cushion 17-0 lead after the first quarter. However, Olathe North would show why they too were undefeated, turning a 24-7 Lawrence lead into a 28-24 lead late, thanks to a trio of touchdown receptions by senior Isaiah Simmons. Lawrence knew going into this game that it would be tightly contested, with a lot on the line.
It means a lot. It means bragging rights with the Sunflower League, obviously, because we share the title with them. They'll have a loss from a league team, and we won't, so it kind of means a lot to us.
We usually always practice with high intensity, high energy. This week does have a little special, a little bit extra on it.
Despite trailing with less than a minute remaining, Lawrence was able to keep their composure as senior quarterback Alan Clothier found senior Jamoni Bryant on a third down play to keep the drive alive. Then, with only 10 seconds left and facing a fourth down, Clothier hoists this ball to the corner of the end zone, finding yet another senior in Luke Padilla to put the Lions up for good. Lawrence would go on to win by a score of 31-28, and Coach Wedd credits his seniors for the leadership roles that they've taken on this season.
Most of them had to take on some leadership roles last year, so that's huge. This is really the second year that they've had to step up and do a great job.
For the Jayhawk Sports Report, I'm Travis Calvin. The Lawrence Chessie Lions will travel to Olathe East on Friday, while Olathe North will take on rival Olathe Northwest to determine who proceeds to the Kansas State playoffs. So, Matt, Lawrence just keeps winning. They're in good position for the playoffs. They're 8-0 now.
Yeah, it's good to see one Lawrence football team winning games, that's for sure. And you know who else keeps winning games? The Kansas City Royals, of course. And coming up on Jayhawk Sports Report, the Royals are in the World Series for the second straight year. We'll go over the clinching victory over the Blue Jays, plus look ahead to tomorrow night's matchup with the Mets. Stay with us.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Misrepresent the facts? Are you kidding? Your proposal is ridiculous.
You have no right to call anyone.
You are the worst example of politics.
I stand for something.
Flip-flop.
I stand for something.
Flip-flopper, flip-flopper.
Your proposal is ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
That's the power of one.
I motion that I be issued the timeout, and
Wow. Me too.
yeah, for sure, you should get a timeout.
I apologize.
And I motion that I start showing more respect.
Civility. Pass it on.
And welcome back. It took a few weeks, but the Kansas City Chiefs finally picked up their second win of the season after defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday afternoon, 23-13. We're going to pick this one up midway through the third quarter. Sharkandrick West is going to plow that one through the middle. That's a Chiefs touchdown. The second-year man at Abilene Christian is a replacement for Jamal Charles, and he has not been too bad. Here come the Steelers, though. Landry Jones drops back and fires that one in the corner of the end zone. That finds Martavis Bryant. That's a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Look at the footwork there. That looks really nice. It's 16-10 Chiefs lead. Lead is now only 3 with about 5 to go. Alex Smith from the 5 slings this one to rookie Chris Conley. Gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown. It's his first touchdown as Chief, and it comes at a great time. One last chance for Pittsburgh now. It's Landry Jones. Tamba time. Tamba Holly gets the strip sack, and this one is going to be over. Chiefs win this one by a final count of 23-13.
Another year, another World Series appearance. The Kansas City Royals are once again in the Fall Classic after a thrilling ALCS clinching victory over the Blue Jays on Friday night. Early solo home runs by Ben Zobrist and Mike Moustakas gave the Royals an early advantage, and after a Jose Batista solo homer made it 2-1, Alex Rios extended the lead to 3-1 in the 7th with a single. But a 2-run homer by none other than Jose Batista tied the game in the top of the 8th inning. And Blue Jays are psyched about that. After about a 45-minute rain delay in the bottom of the 8th, here comes Eric Hosmer. He lines a single to deep right field, and Lorenzo Cain turns on the Jets. Look at him go. He'll score all the way from first to give the Royals the lead. Then all that was left to do for the Royals was for closer Wade Davis to seal the deal. And seal the deal he did, getting out of a jam and retiring Josh Donaldson on a ground ball to third to clinch the Royals' second straight World Series appearance. Manager Ned Yost said after the victory that his squad is in the exact position it expected to be at the beginning of the year.
I think this time last year we were really excited to be here. I don't think we really expected to be here, but we were excited that we were here. This year we expected to be here.
The Royals will face off against the New York Mets in Game 1 of the World Series on Tuesday at Kauffman Stadium. Edinson Volquez will face off against Matt Harvey on the mound. First pitch is set for 7:07 p.m., and you can catch all the action on Fox Sports 1. So it's that time again. You, the viewers, have voted, and once again, you have decided that this week's Jayhawk Sports Report MVP is none other than men's senior golfer Ben Welly. Welly helped lead the Jayhawks to a first-place finish at the Prices Give 'em 5 Invitational over the weekend. The team shot 17 under in the final round to finish 38 under for the entire tournament, spearheaded by Welly's final round score of 64.
Welly placed second individually and finished the tournament at 14 under. Welly also tied for the most birdies at the tournament with 18. So, Matt, I'm not much of a golfer, but that's still pretty impressive by any means.
I don't follow golf nearly as much as most people, but that was an impressive showing and a well-deserved Jayhawk Sports Report MVP of the Week by senior Ben Welly.
Oh, yep, definitely.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us for this week's Jayhawk Sports Report. Be sure to follow us both on Twitter, myself at @CatMoffman, him at Calvin_Travis. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
There we go. For all things Jayhawk Sports related.
Thanks for tuning in today. We'll try to do it better next time for you. But until then,